One day at track practice, I asked my friend Nick Yang what his favorite part about America was. Nick recently moved to Atlanta from Beijing, China. I was expecting Nick to say the food or the people, but he simply answered with being able to go outside. Nick explained that the air pollution in Beijing is so severe that he was rarely able to enjoy the outdoors in his hometown. Nick's answer and his story motivated me to choose Beijing air pollution as my global issues topic. Beijing is home to roughly 21 million people. It is the capital of China as well as China's economic hub. The Atlantic states that China manufactures 90% of the world's computers. While this picture of Beijing is pretty, the next picture shows the reality of Beijing on an average day. Yuck! China is the world's largest emitter of greenhouse gases. According to Gapminder, from 1990 to 2007, China's CO2 levels increased by 80%. When people are outside, they need to wear masks, and athletic domes have been built in the place of parks or fields so that children can play without breathing in the toxic air. Beijing sits in a geological bowl bordered by mountains on three sides. This ring of mountains contains much of the air pollution and keeps the winds from blowing it away. As you can imagine, with a population of 21 million people, the city generates a lot of trash. One 2012 Los Angeles Times article stated that the Beijing residents produce 18,000 tons of trash per day. To make matters worse, Beijing incinerates its trash, sending millions of pounds of CO2 and other harmful materials into the atmosphere. One of the most dangerous side effects of incinerating trash is the burning of plastic. When plastic is burned, it releases a chemical known as phthalates. Phthalates are used in plastics to increase the flexibility and transparency. They are not tightly woven into the molecular structure of plastic, so they're easily taken into our system through physical contact and inhalation. Because Beijing incinerates its trash, tons of phthalates are released into the atmosphere annually. Phthalates are listed as a probable human carcinogen by the Environmental Protection Agency, meaning that they are a cancer-causing substance in humans. One scientific study made by the National Lung Association named air pollution as a top 5 cause of lung cancer. This became very evident when in 2013, an 8-year-old girl from Beijing contracted lung cancer due to the air pollution. So as you hopefully now understand, phthalates are one of the most dangerous components to the Beijing air pollution problem. One of the most recent scientific discoveries regarding phthalates was made by 2 young scientists, Jenny Yao and Miranda Wang. These 2 scientists were discovering and researching the very polluted Fraser River in their hometown of Vancouver, Canada. They were taking samples of the river's garbage and plastic waste when they then realized that common bacteria had evolved to live off of the phthalates in the plastic, meaning that the bacteria were literally eating the phthalates. These 2 scientists' discovery of the phthalate-eating bacteria is the basis to my proposed solution to part of the air pollution problem. Orkin has the exterminator. Arnold Schwarzenegger was the Terminator. I present to you the plastic dephthalator. The plastic dephthalator is a process which rids Beijing plastic waste and air of phthalates. The process begins with Beijing harvesting and growing its own stockpile of the phthalate-eating bacteria. Next, Beijing would need to physically separate its plastic waste from generic waste. This could be done at a central processing facility. After the plastics have been separated, they would be placed in a holding tank, where they would then be immersed with water infused with the phthalate-eating bacteria. This is an example of what a holding tank might look like on a commercial scale after the plastic waste has been immersed with the bacteria water. Over time, the bacteria begins to consume and decompose the phthalates from the plastic waste. After the phthalates have been stripped from the plastic, the byproduct is a much safer material to incinerate or to melt and recycle in other plastics. This is an example of the residual waste after the water has been drained and the byproduct has been dried. So, introducing this phthalate-eating bacteria to Beijing's plastic waste in this manner should remove or at least dramatically reduce a cancer-causing substance in Beijing's air. Ladies and gentlemen, the plastic dephthalator. Thank you.